When you lay down, just be sure you're comfortable that the tail is supported, that the head is supported, and that the arch of the back is floating off of the surface. We sort of heavy through the sacrum and the tail, heavy through the ribs, the shoulder blades will come down across the top of the roller and sink around the curves. And then you want your feet a little forward of your knees and then be grounded firmly here, inner outer line. If you want, you can take a ball between your thighs, just adds a little bit of inner thigh work. And that'll help you keep the inside edges of your feet grounded. So we start with the arms outstretched in a T, reaching the fingers long across the space around you. And rock a little from side to side, drifting down with your right shoulder blade and hip, and then to the left side. So just go back and forth and feel the massage into the area, the muscles parallel to your spine, and also that massage into the area between your shoulder blades, and maybe also the base of the skull. So I love the stretch you get across the upper arm and the chest wall into the pecs. It seems like we all need that. It's about all the time. As you go side to side, you will shift your feet. Be aware of that too. Just take some time to transition into the class, breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. So back and forth, maybe one more time. And then when you're centered, you'll stay there. And now we lift the arms up with a soft curve through the palm, like you're holding the ball. Elbows go wide a little bit, so you have a brace, a curve, like you're holding someone right over you, and then you pull the arms open and slowly descend. The arms float towards the ground, a little slower than gravity would pull them otherwise. So use your full inhalation to lift the arms, the fingertips reach towards each other, closing the space, and then driving that space open on the exhale. The arms come down, feel the movement of your shoulder blades under your back and around the roller. Ideally, the arms lift in parallel, so each arm here to the other one. And the same for the descent. Fingers can be open like the ball is larger than your head, larger than your palm. And here we go again. Inhale for the lift, the blades are so heavy, they drop towards the ground as they move away from your spine. And then as the arms pull apart, the blades are still going to sink into the ground, but now they're also hugging the roller under your body. That's going to help you open the chest more. One more time to lift the arms on the inhale. The belly will expand, the ribcage obviously will expand with the inflation of the lungs, and then as you exhale, the lungs start to empty, the ribs narrow in, but also the navel drops deep towards your spine. We're going to inhale to lift the arms up to the ceiling, and then point the fingers to the sky, and just exhale to let the blades fall as you widen your collarbones. Inhale, arms lift up as high as you can reach, shrugging the shoulder blades off the roller, and then exhale, sinking the blades down and embrace the roller behind you, beneath you. Inhale, arms lift, chest will narrow as the back widens, and then on the exhale, you'll feel the back narrow and the chest broaden here, opening up your pecs, and again to lift, just reach up into the ceiling like there's lightning pouring out of your fingertips up into the clouds, and then let's pull the shoulder blades down. Actually, want to sink down and rest on the earth. One more time to lift the blades. This should feel really good in your upper back and your neck as well. And then exhale, sink it down slowly. And here's the inhale. We turn the palms forward and exhale, glide the arms down to your side, parallel to the roller, parallel to your body. Fingers reach long. On the inhale, the arms rise up to the sky, and then exhale back by your ears. Hold the abdominals a little bit tight so you're not overarching the back. And then reverse the direction. The arms lift, they push through the air, feel the arm pass around your body, and then the arms come all the way down, fingertips touch right and left at the same time. Arms lift up in unison, and exhale, go back. If you have one side that's tighter than the other, you might want to just move that arm a few times on its own until it loosens up and matches the other arm. And then again, rising. So we go get two parallel rainbows and they slide down the back curve. Open the chest with a stretch here into your lap. And then we bring the arms forward, heavy shoulder blades. The collarbones are rotating forward inside the chest with these arms to lower down. Next, we'll bring the hands to your shoulders and pull the elbows in by your waist. So we're circling the elbows in and up and then out wide, around and down. Draw 2 perfect circles in the air with your elbows, flaring the arms open and rotating the upper arm on the socket. Scoop in and up and then out wide, down and around. It's 1 breath per circle. So a shorter inhale, a longer exhale. It's more relaxing for the nervous system and therefore for the whole body in general. Take advantage of that when you need it. And let's do this again. And one more time. Short inhale, long exhale. And then we pause at the bottom of the circle and we reverse, taking it out and wide, going up, forward, and in. The upper arms will stay right by the side of your chest, of your ribs, and then you flare them over at the bottom of the circle, and then coming all the way around again. You can allow your shoulders to shrug and to move your scapula, get a little deeper massage here into the tissue in that upper back. Also, by moving the shoulder blades, you'll help your neck muscles. Maybe they've been held tight for whatever reason. Let's see if we can lift the shoulders and then release the neck as the shoulders pull down and back. And focus on the sensation in your body and the stability in your feet, in your legs. We'll complete with 1 more circle. And then extend the arms forward, palms down, reach the fingers long to the far side of the room. And we lift the arms up in unison, go all the way back by your ears, and then circle wide around and forward. The arms cut through the air, turn the palms down by rotating the upper arm, and lift again. Yawn the body open, feel that stretch in your waist, and then circle, fingers wide, palms open, starfish hands, and then turn the palms down, and we rise again, up and down. The hallelujah moment. Enjoy that feeling of release and energy rising in your body. The arms lift and go back. Exhale, circle wide. The belly pulls deep into your spine. Now let's reverse it. So palms up and circle out wide. The arms will lift as they approach the height of your shoulders. Stretch them behind you. Exhale and then press them forward and down. Move as though the air has more weight in it than you're used to, almost as if you're moving through water. So you can feel the weight of your arms, but also the weight of the atmosphere around you, and carve it with your arm movement. Through, reach, and then exhale, press. As the arms sink low, the navel drops deeper, deeper, deeper towards the spine. And one last one. Really go into the range of motion that feels good for your body, and then press the arms down. Okay, beautiful. Now diamond arms, the elbows are wide, the thumbs are connected, the index fingers are connected. The hands are in the same plane as the rest of the arm. And you lightly press hand to hand. Now sweep the arms back, frame your face. And then exhale, sweep the arms forward and let the hands just float over your abdominal wall. Inhale to lift up and back. See if you can picture the collarbones rotating around their own axis inside the chest. They rotate forward to bring the arms forward. They rotate back to take the arms back. It's good to picture some mobility there. Kind of loosens the muscles in that upper lung area. And exhale completely, the arms forward and down. And then let's bring the arms down at your side. And we're sliding off the roller right now. Bring the roller across under the upper back. Open that roll pretty good. And then we'll roll back here, taking the roller about at the tip of the shoulder blades. And here the knees are bent, the feet are grounded, and we're pulling the tail up and sinking the weight down. So hammock your body here and support your head with your hands. So as we go back in space, the eyes go up the wall in front of you to the ceiling and behind you, and you arch the back with the upper small. And the head back into your hands, feel that support, and so you can feel the stretch in your throat. Now tip head forward, pull the elbows together and down. Exhale as you come forward, curl the tail up, stretching to that sacral area of the lower back. then we inhale, we drop on the pelvis, the tail goes down, the heart rises, you open the chest, elbows fall to the side, look behind you, open the eyes wide, and then curve your head up, carve through the air, look down, your nose at your chest, at your navel, elbows come in, that helps you widen the back, and then as you go back, you're going to open the elbows wide and flare them out and down, and that helps you open the chest and open your pelvis. Exhale to start the move forward and up. Round your back more as you curve at both ends of the spine. And then we arch, sinking the tail into the ground as you go all the way back. Eyes go back, behind you. And exhale forward up. And then we're coming back into almost a plank cross here to rotate to your left, spiral the body here, twist. So you're actually picking up the right shoulder blade, and then go across to the other side. Keep the opposite hip grounded. You might feel that diagonal stretch across the belly and the back, and then you twist here. You look down and behind you with your eyes. So wherever the eyes go, the body tries to follow. So let your eyes feel a bigger sweep, creating more rotation through the eyes, through the neck, through the rest of the spine. And one more time. You can also feel this massage you into the area here by the shoulder blades, where we tend to hold a lot of tension. There's a lot of different muscles that attach into this area, and it's easy for them to get out of balance or stuck. All right, so now we're going to lift the hips up, press through your feet, hips lift in the air, and we're rolling back and forth. So just stay on your rib cage. Push away so you're at the bottom of your ribs, above your waist, and then pull the knees forward. You can drop the head, you can even lift the heels and the hips. Look back behind you here, and then push off. Come into flexion, exhaling. Let's stay on the base of the ribs, sit off your kidneys, and then we go forward with the butt high, drop your head, look back behind you, still use your hands to support the weight of your skull so that your neck feels happy about this movement. And we'll do one more. Arching here, get a nice deep tissue massage across the shoulders, stay off the neck. And then we come all the way back and lower the hips. Good work. So come up to sitting, and we're taking the roller across the mat under your knees. And then you may move back a little bit and there's less exercises, so we're going to roll back, lay down, and then your feet are grounded, so pick the hips up, and we'll take the roller across your sacrum. So it's sort of at the widest part of your hips. Hold the roller in place with your arms, elbows might be a little wide. So we'll pull one knee in, and then exhale, pull the other one in. And then we're just tipping the knees over to your right as you turn your head to look left. Get as much rotation through your spine as you can without lifting that left shoulder blade. Exhale, and you press to the roller, pull the right hip up, and bring the knees over to the left. The right hip does the work, so you work your oblique abdominals to move the pelvic girdle. Right shoulder down, and turns to your right. Now let's go ahead and push into the roller, pull the left hip off the roller, up to the ceiling, and then across to the other side of the room. You should be feeling how you're working the abdominal wall, the obliques in particular, to get this rotation through your waistline, through your hips to move your legs. It's a very different feeling from just swinging the knees from side to side. We're trying to work more from our center, more from our core. And then hopefully you're also getting a nice little massage into the SI joint area, into the glutes, and a nice diagonal stretch into that low back area as well. Just breathe as you go. You can inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Or whatever breath pattern works for you, just keep breathing. It's definitely preferred. We'll come back to center and lift the legs up to the sky. Reach through soft toes, and then we'll bring the right leg back by your chest and left leg forward and out. And then we inhale to switch the legs. They stay in the same track where each belongs, right? So they're going about 4 to 5 inches apart. Reach up for your toes without gripping them. And then as each leg goes back, try to feel the length and the stretch into the hamstrings. And then as you lower the leg, You're going to feel some opening across the top of the hip bone now. Just be sure your back feels good with this. If it doesn't, the roller might be in the wrong place. You can always adjust as you need to. Just continue to breathe with this movement. Let your legs really stretch out and enjoy this movement. They've probably been bent all day. And then we'll bring both legs up to the ceiling. Exhale, rotate the legs apart sideways. And then exhale, work from the upper inner thighs to pull the heels together. And then we come from the upper outer thighs to pull the legs apart. Lift them again. Using the pelvic floor to bring the inner thighs up and close. And then lift them open slowly. Do that again. And now leave the left leg up, take the right leg out to the side while holding the left leg vertical. See how far you can go and how you have to work your core and even your right arm to help you hold that position. Exhale and drag it up. Try to resist too much momentum and really get the work in the inner thigh. And now we pull the left leg open. We're putting our weight into the right hip and holding the right leg stable. Really vertical here, perpendicular to the roller on the ground, and then exhale to lift the left leg up. And now the right again. Take it out as slowly as you can. Lengthen, stretch, and then pull it up as slowly as you can. You're going to run out of air on that exhale on the lift of the leg, and one more time for the left. Bring this down. Try to rotate that spine to the right. Exhale and drag the leg up for the weight of it. It's 1/6 of your body weight. You can do the math. I don't need to know it. And here we go. And now we're going into bicycle. So you can pull the left knee in and the right leg goes forward. Try to reach the toe into the mat and then slide it across the mat before you bring the knee up and in. Really reach your leg as far out into space as you can, whether it's going forward or whether it's going back over your shoulder and chest. Slow it down enough that you're conscious of the movement. And then when you're ready, we'll reverse. Skate the toe down to the floor, slide it across the mat. Take it up. You're moving through water and then throwing the water back over your head. Big splash behind you. And then when you're ready, we'll lift the feet up to the ceiling. And then bend the knees and exhale, lower the waist down with control to the mat. Separate the knees, separate the feet about 4 inches. Maybe lift your hips up and let's rotate the roller under your sacrum. And here, slide the right leg forward and the right arm back. Opening up your chest, opening up your hip. And just breathe into the stretch. You always try to figure out what kind of stretch your body really needs. By maybe rotating the leg externally, internally. Maybe pulling that right leg to the left a little bit. And maybe you're bringing the right arm a little bit to your left, maybe into a bit of a side bend here with hip extension. Just see what your body really needs. There's a lot of different angles of movement that are possible. You may find one that just really helps you open up where you're tight. And then we'll bring it back down and put back in. Now for the left side, the left leg stretches out. And then the left arm goes up and back. If this is really tight for you, you always have the option of putting the other knee to your chest, and that will lessen some of the pull across the hip into the lower back. But if it's fine, like I said, and the foot grounded, stay there. That's a little bit of stretch. And again, you can try rotating that leg here internally, externally. See where the tissue pulls and where you feel like it's easier, where it's a little less comfortable. And we can always move the leg over and across. We get a little bit more stretch across the lateral hip there. And then as you stretch through the waist and the rib cage, we're bringing the left arm over towards the right. Bring the head back to center, bring the limbs back to center. And then if it works for you, both legs forward, both arms back. If it's too much, arch the knees a bit. It's also possible to buy half rollers that are only 3 inches high and 6 inches. They're more stable, but they also allow a gentler stretch and your hips tend to be super tight. All right, so let's bring the arms forward, pull the roller, bring the feet back in. And now we push down with the feet and up with the hips to slide the roller out from under. And then just stretch the legs forward. See how your body feels compared to when we started. Probably you'll notice the legs want to actually rotate. That's a sign of release here in the joints. So then we're going to bring the arms up to the ceiling and back by your ears. We're doing a roll up, legs zipper together from the top to the toes. Bring the arms forward, lifting the head, neck, and chest. Exhale, up. And we curve forward, take a deep dive. Almost like your body's a horseshoe on the mat here. Slide your waist back and stretch the hand and fingers forward. And we're taking it back again. You can always here use a pair of hands around your feet. You can have ankle weights. You bring your hands lower if you want more control, higher if you need a little bit more challenge. So find a place where you can move freely through this movement without strength, without jerking up and pulling big chunks of the body up at a time. Kind of move smoothly here. And as you go forward, even though there is flexion at the hip, you're still pulling the waist back. So you still feel like a C curve stretch across the back of your sacrum, that low back area. And let's bring it back again. Heels reach forward. Push them away. Curl the tail up through the thighs. Round the back until you get down to the base of the ribs, and you can flatten the tailbone, push the back, and you're in neutral spine position. The arches of the spine here evident, and then we're lifting the arms up one more time. In other words, the head, the shoulders, exhale, pick up the chest, and work through the ribs. Hands forward. If you curl the toes back to get more stretch into the calves. Shoulders melt down your back and around the sides towards the front of your body. And then we'll take it back again here. And we're going to stop when we get to the tip of the scapula and pull the legs in. Hands to your shins or to your thighs. Push the legs away and into a deeper upper curl for your hundreds. We keep the legs here or extend up. More difficult, out and lower, more difficult still. Extend the arms and start pumping the arms at your side. Inhale for 5 beats. Exhale for 5 more. You're trying to look down your nose into the abdominal wall. So as you inhale, see if you watch it expand. And as you exhale, see if you can watch it contract. So the whole body expands with the breath in and then knits together, narrows as you exhale. Squeeze the legs in so you firm up the inside line of your legs. That's going to help you find a little bit more connection, a little more strength in the pelvic floor and the lower abdominal wall. And you're high here with the chest. You're trying to pull the sternum down into that navel. Never look up at your knees, never look up at your toes. Try to look into the abdominal wall. Chest is still pretty wide, but you're still trying to come up and rest on the tip of the blades. Well, resting is not actually the word. But support yourself with there. And let's just go for one more breath. You can always lay your head down and make this work, but then you would just pull the legs up higher or in. Pull it down, hug the knees into your body, rock a little bit from side to side. And you can turn your head away from the knees to create a little release in your neck. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing Pilates, you're always going to feel some work in your neck here. You just want to be sure that it's within your range of comfort. And then you give it a rest, periodically throughout, particularly if it's your first time doing Pilates or coming to this class. Okay, good. So now let's extend the legs forward again. And we're looking for bare bands. Do we have one? So the green ones are sort of the medium. That's what I probably recommend. Here, I mean, it depends where you buy them because there's no like consistent color across manufacturers. But a medium weight is sort of perfect for this. Some people prefer a heavier weight for more support. So we're going to take this around the ball of the right foot, the right, where the toes are, and then lift the legs up in the air. Get a nice stretch in the back of your leg, and you can increase the stretch of the calf by pulling the toes down and lifting the heel. And you can release that a little bit as you go into a soft point. Just try a couple of point flexes. See how that feels in the back of your leg. And if your hamstrings are really tight, you may want to bend your knee slightly and keep the foot sort of right over the hip. Walk your elbows down towards your waist, make sure your neck is long. And we end up in a soft point here. As we circle the right leg across the left, we hold the right hip rounded. We reach the leg long and down to skip over the other leg, externally rotate to bring the leg out to the right, while holding the left side down, and you complete the circle at the top. So for every circle, there's a short, deep inhale and a long, slow exhale. The reason we want that is to really feel the abdominal wall contraction here as you end the exhale at the top of the movement. Our goal here is to both keep the pelvis stable on the ground, to reach out long with the leg in the circle without destabilizing your position of the hips on the mat. And then also to find the shortest, deepest breath in and the longest, slowest breath out you can to increase your lung capacity and your control of your breath. So also reaching into the strap and pushing the foot away and anchoring through the upper arms. That's all going to help you create more length in your body, more openness in the joint. And let's do it once more. Short, deep inhale, and then circle the leg down and around. Let your arms move from your elbows. And then we come all the way up to the top. We pause and reverse out to the side. Left side gets heavier before the leg moves right. Go low across the body. Drag the right leg over to the left while pulling the right hip down into the surface of the floor of your mat and reach again. And we do rotate the leg on the hip socket. So while you're drawing a circle in the air, you're also doing rotation at the hip joint. That really gives you the best fit of the femur, the thigh bone into the socket. And let's just do one more. So think, press down to the left side before the leg is right. You circle around, you start thinking, shift your weight, like the ballast in the boat would shift. And here we are at the top. And we'll take both hands holding that strap, both ends of the strap in your right hand. Until we send that backwards. And then let's open the leg out to the side while the left side is heavy. Anchor the weight into that right elbow too and the left hip, and then rock the leg a little gently here, forward and back, or parallel to the ground. And it only counts if you keep the left hip down, right? Because that's going to be the bigger stretch and also more core work. So let's lift the leg up to the sky, switch hands, left hand now holds the strap. And as you pull that leg across, you can start with the hip down to get the stretch more in the lateral thigh. And then as you start to peel off, the stretch will travel into the glute and into the low back area. Turn your head to the right and look out over the right arm, which is extended perpendicular to your body here. Right shoulder blade stays down, and some of the ribcage lifts off the ground. Now pull that right leg towards the left shoulder, increase the stretch. Bend your knee as necessary to get the best stretch you can find. And now we start to pull down from the left shoulder to the waist to the right glute to lift the leg up into the ceiling. And then pull the leg back in over your chest, over your face. Feel the stretch of the hamstring, but soften the knee as you need to. And then we fold the knee in, embrace it tight, and take both hands in your hand. From here, let's pull that right knee towards the right armpit. And then on diagonal towards the left armpit. And then out to the side, so the thigh is perpendicular to your torso, the foot can either rest or not rest on the ground. But definitely pull that left hip into the floor, push down with it, with your left hand onto the hip bone. If you want a little extra stretch and a little extra security there. Okay, and then we'll pull the knee back into the chest wall one more time and stretch that right leg forward. Take out the legs and take a breath and a moment to notice the difference in the two sides, not just the leg, but also the upper back, even across the shoulder blades. To feel different things. One might be like changing the right leg, one might be how much of it touches the floor, but also notice a change in energy in the two sides. And here we go for the left, so we want to balance this out. So we'll pull the left knee in and embrace it in. Reach out from the sits bone in the other direction. And then going to lift your head to put the band around your foot. And then we'll lift that leg up to the ceiling. Anchor your elbows down by your waist and slide them forward. Reach the leg up to the sky, and depending on where you're tight, where you're loose, you can stretch the legs up, maybe bend the knee, maybe straighten it. Let's do a couple of point flexes here. Notice the lift of the heel and the point back of the toes increases the calf stretch. Play the leg back with the band, increases the hamstring stretch in the upper thigh. Figure out what feels right in the back of your knee. You don't want to challenge that too much. You want it to feel comfortable with the stretch. And we end with the point, and we circle. The left leg moves across to the right, and then we exhale all the way out, around, down, and up to the ceiling. Feel the abdominal wall pull tight to the spine as we finish the circles, we finish the breath, and reach again. You can pivot from your elbows with the forearms, follow the path of the leg, the line of the straps, and reach again. There's lots to think about, but mainly focus on that breath. If you can only think about one thing, that's the thing to choose. Where it is also lovely to feel like where you're getting the stretch and where you're feeling the work. Might notice it's different from the other side. When we have a lead leg and a support leg. We can end up doing different things at different times. That creates different strengths and stresses. So we come up to the top, we pause, and then we reverse. Out to the side, away from center, and then down low. Long exhale, brings you all the way around the curve and up to the ceiling, and reach again. The right side gets heavier as that left leg reaches out to the left. Now feel the left side drop into the ground, and it's falling into a ditch as you pull the leg around it up to the sky and reach again. You're rotating the leg as you're pushing the foot further and further out into space with every single repetition. That leg is trying to go further and further out in the room, away from your hip. Let's complete with just one more. Deep exhale all the way around. Keep the exhale going, going, going to the top of the movement. And now we'll take the strap in the left hand and anchor the left elbow, bring the leg out to the left while holding the right side grounded. In fact, rotate the body and hip bone a little to the right and down. And then we rock the leg back and forth. That's working, but you'll probably feel more work with that left arm. Watch that your wrist doesn't get too much strain across it. You want to keep the wrist straight here. And then exhale to pull the leg up to the ceiling. And we switch hands. The right hand now holds the strap and take the leg over, keeping the lift down. This is really good for the IT band area. Let's stretch it out. And then if you wish, you can bring it over further. Only do what feels right for your body, right? And then you can pull the leg towards the shoulder. The left leg towards right shoulder. Bend the knee as you need to. Just soften the stretch across the back of the knee. Sometimes it's nice too to take your left hand and left hip and push it down. Release a little bit of the leg here through your waistline. And then we can unwind, coming down from the right shoulder to the waist, the left glute to lift the leg up to the ceiling. And pull the leg up. Give it an extra stretch here. And then we'll pull the knee in. Then comes onto the side, and we pull the knee tight. From here, left knee to left armpit, the right hip is rounded. So it kind of comes up like it's almost trying to like nestle in along the side of the rib cage. And then we pull it across. It won't go very far, but try to aim the knee for the right armpit or right shoulder. And then we can take that left knee out to the side. Think about the thigh bone being perpendicular to the body. And either support the leg from underneath or press down on it from above with your hand. And then we come back to center. We pull the knee to your left chest once more. And then stretch a little forward. Check out your legs. You now have acquired your hips. Right? Probably feel like someone else's legs may be attached to you. So here we go. We're going to pull the right knee into your body, flip the left foot off the ground, and then lift your head, neck, and shoulders, pull up to sitting. And here we're going into rolling with the ball. So we'll pull the heels in closer to the tail, or the tail closer to the heels. Hang onto your shins. If it's your first minute doing Pilates, try your hands behind your thighs, a little easier. And we curl the tail up, pull the waist back to round your low back. Elbows go wide and forward to increase the curve through your rib cage. Look down at your navel and then float up. We're going to hold the shape. As we inhale, we lift the tail, roll back, stay off your neck. You get the shoulders, you exhale, come forward, and back where you start. So we're going to push the shins into the hands and vice versa. Lift the tail, over your blades, exhale, come forward, lift here. And then back you go. If you decide you want to look up, it's not a good idea because once you look up, you flatten your spine into a board, and as we know, boards have difficulty rolling. So try to keep the ball shaped, even as if you're inside a large ball yourself. Over time, and forward to balance. Okay, so now we go into the abs. So we'll take the right hand at the right ankle, right on the chin, left hand still on the shin below the right knee. And then curl the waist back, curl the tail up. And as you go back slowly, you're pushing the leg up into your hand. As a counter force, you're coming down too fast and the left leg reaches out. You pull the right knee in as tight as possible, elbows wide, down in the line. And we inhale to switch. Left hand to the left ankle and switch again. So inhale for one side, exhale for the other. Try to push the leg down in as long as your knee is happy with that amount of compression. If it isn't, with hands under your thigh, we'll open the knee more. And as you pull in with the arms, you're pushing up with the shin. That's going to help you stay lifted into the upper curl and also work more in the arms and more in the upper abs. Let's do one more set. We end with the left knee in, then pull the right knee into knee dip, squeeze the legs together, and inhale, arms and legs lift to the sky. Circle the arms wide and reach your knees in, hands to your shins, and come up with your chest to meet your legs as much as you can. So reach and circle the grace. Now, as you advance, you can take the arms back further, the legs further out, but try not to fall flat, right? We're not going to flatten and then lift when we pull the knees in. We try to hold the spinal position and challenge it by the position of the arms and the legs. So find your working level and work hard. And then scissors, right leg up, left leg forward. This will allow you to come up a little higher if you're falling back, which honestly most of us do. And then here we switch and switch again. Just so look down your nose into the abdominal wall. Try to get a stretch in the hamstring, and then reach the leg as far out as possible, put it off the floor, and then we lift it, both legs up, hands behind the face of the skull. Hold the head up, the elbows pull down and towards your belly. And then we slide the feet a few inches forward across the ceiling. Lengthen them, exhale, pull the belly deep, and lift the feet up. You want to be respectful of this movement. Weight of your legs is connected to two muscles, your psoas muscles, one on each side of the spine. And that needs to be super strong to support the weight of your legs. Otherwise, you could actually risk hurting your back. Doing the exercise correctly will strengthen it. Doing it incorrectly could set you back into some rehab time. So we only take the legs as far as you feel the abdominal wall, so supporting the position of your back, and then you exhale to lift. And we go nice and slow so that you're aware of how the sensation is changing, and also because it's more work. So here we go, we're twisting to the right, double the knee, and then to the other side. Now try to come up and forward with the opposite chest and shoulder towards the inside of the leg, rocking from one tip of the scapula to the other, and shooting the legs out straight out of the socket as you go. Get high, deep twist, and we into the left. And then we come back to center, embrace the knees in, take a deep full breath in and then out. And then let's push the knees forward a little bit, one hand to each knee, and circle the knees away from each other, towards each other. Just get a little bit more hip release here. And you can turn your head side to side, or just let it rest here on the ground. So the neck is calm at this point. And then let's reverse the circles. Come back to center, and we slide the legs forward. Lift the arms up to the ceiling, reach them back, stretch your abs, and now we roll up again. Lift the arms, head, neck, and chest, the legs fold behind you. Exhale to come up with the ribs, and you open the legs and the arms come forward, parallel to the ground. Here's where, if you're really tight, you want to sit elevated on a yoga block. And what you can tell is you should be able to put your hand behind your low back, go in inverse curve. If you're pulled flat like this, you probably need a block. Otherwise, it won't be as beneficial for you. So, Pilates, it depends where you study, but we're big on, where I train, we're big on props so that you get the most benefit from each of the exercises. And also, using a prop can sometimes help you figure out how to connect in a better way to your body, to your muscles, to your nervous system. Okay, so you can even come up and try to sit a little bit on top or slightly in front of your sits bones. Extend the arms forward here, collarbones wide. Push down into your arms so you go up through your elbow, up through your heart, and then look down your nose, tip your chin to your chest. We're doing a seated roll down here. This is called spine stretch. You're going to reach out through the neck, through the upper back, through the mid back, through the low back. And again, put your waist around your hands around your waist, pulling you back. And then you press down through your heels and your sit bone as you zip your back up an imaginary wall. Come all the way up and lift the chest a little bit higher off the front of the pelvis. And then look down and dive forward and over. Start with the head to stretch the neck, and then with the neck, move the thoracic spine, that's part of the ribs are, into the lumbar spine. And round your back, curve it, and then stack your spine coming up again. As you lift your chest, the legs naturally fall behind you. You don't have to put them in position. They just automatically move into a better relationship with gravity as you move your torso, as you move your spine. As you go over, feel how the blades widen and come down and around towards the front of the chest. And then as you stack your spine up, you can feel the blades receding and then melting down your back as your ribcage lifts, as your heart lifts, as your eyes go to the horizon. One more time, down, exhale all the way out, over and down, your curve. Just gonna hold on to the legs here, wherever you can. Feet, calves, thighs, anywhere. And just suck your belly back into the spine curve, get the stretch you're looking for now. Okay, and then we're going to come up and close the legs. Flex the feet, bend the knees if you need to still find that little arch in your mid-back. And the arms out to the side, slightly in front of the chest, side twist. We're going to push down with the arms and up through the chest again. Rotate to the right and twist 1, 2, 3. Come back through center and then twist. You exhale as you rotate and twist, pushing the air out of your lungs. Look taller as you inhale to center, and then your body melts as you wrap your body into this rotation. Unwind it to come center and then spin again to your left. The arms stay long, reach out to your fingertips, center and twist again. And one more time here to the left. Good. Come center and then the arms descend. Here we open the legs, rotate a little externally. You might lift up and then again try to pull your sits bones back until up is behind you. And here we go for soft. Bend the knees as you need to. And we'll rotate to the right and dive over. The back hand goes down, come up. The front hand is back of the hand to the leg. And you try to bring your opposite ear to the knee. To get a lot of rotation and a lot of stretch. And come up slowly. Hold the rotation as you come upright and spin the other direction. We would dive over and down. So the back arm goes low behind you and then the palm goes up to the sky behind your back. And lift to come up. I always find, when I learned this, I was so confused with the back arm. So what you would think about doing is, so from here, so say I'm going this way. The arm is going behind, I would drop the thumb down a little bit, take it lower, turn the palm up, and then pull it across in the diagonal and try to look back, either under my shoulder or up at the hand. Right? And then, and that way, the arm goes up because the spine is going down. And then you lift to come up, unwind, come through center, and do the other side. So, do the slow motion. So the thumb goes down, I'm twisting, the palm goes up, and the arm starts low, and then it lifts, and I'm trying to pull the arms in opposite directions. Go long through the fingertips, also anchor through the opposite hip. Right? And then come up, unwind, and bring it down. And still I do it sometimes incorrectly, but did that help? Yeah. Okay. So from here you can come off the block if you're on one. And let's use the roller to come into our swan, into a little bit of extension. So stretch yourself out on the abdominal wall. And then we'll take the roller halfway down between the elbow and the wrist. And put your head off the ground, ears between arms. Legs to be a little apart. And now you're going to start pulling the shoulder blades down your back, pull the roller towards you. The base moves across the floor and up the wall to lift up into what we call a swan, or you might know it's a cobra. And you really want to feel that stretch into the abdominal line. And then you zip your belly into the mat, from the pubic bone to the navel, to the ribs, to the chest, and float the head off. Looking down and forward, the neck should be long, all around it, all sides. And then think widen the collarbones, pull the shoulder blades down, use your lats, propel the body forward and up. You can even lift your eyes up towards the sky. And then release it down very slowly. So the belly's going to shorten as it goes down and the back's going to lengthen as you move the roller away from you. And let's do that one last time. Collarbones widen, you feel the lats engage. You pull the shoulders down your back, you pull the chest forward and up, up, up. And then release it down. Take your time coming down. Try to feel every inch of the front of your body. If you're wearing a horizontal striped shirt, you go down one stripe after the next. And then we can push the roller to the side and sit back in a child's pose. If it doesn't work for your knees, lay your back and pull the knees into your chest. Knees open gives you a little more hip opening. Knees together gives you a little more stretch at the back. And just breathe into any part of your back that still might feel a little tight and wants a little loose. And then we'll start the spine up. Okay. So I think from here, let's do some planks. So if you don't want to go onto your wrist, you can go onto your forearm. If you know you need to leave, I understand. Everyone's on a schedule, but stay if you can. And so let's start first into that quadruped position. Just a little warm up here with some pressure going into your hands. So spread your fingers wide, open the palms. Push down into your arms and feel that you can actually literally pull the ribcage up a bit. Drop your head and look towards your toes. And then release some of the pressure in your hands and let the chest widen and come back so that we're parallel to the ground. So we're pushing down to let the ribs lift. This is literally called a serratus push-up because we're just getting the pressure into your arm to change the relative position between the shoulder girdle and the rib cage and spine. So I can actually drop down pretty low, right? You can let your belly sink and sort of have that wing scapula effect where it looks very much like a sway back, right? And then all you have to do is push the floor down and you can come to the place where the shoulder blades rest on your back. So the ribs are sort of flat underneath them. And if you push more, you can pull the rib cage up just with the pressure down with your arms. So for our regular planks, we're going to find the place where the rib cage is still curved, but the shoulder blades, which are curved too, fit nicely into the curves of your back. So you don't want to be like humped, but you also don't want to be collapsed, right? So that's really good. Now just take one hand, turn the other way, maybe not way into it, but just give a little bit of release here across the front of the wrist. And then we're going, if you're going to stay on your arms, stay here. If you're going onto your forearms, go there. One foot back. Other foot is back. You want your shoulders over your wrist. I have the elbows rotate slightly in, so you're not going to tend to hyperextend. You don't want to do that. And we're going to think of going forward with the head, back through the tail, back through the heels, elongate the spine, elongate the waist, and keep looking down at the ground, push the floor down just the right amount. And you think of the abdominal wall lifting on the exhale, maybe sinking on the inhale. Over the spine position doesn't change as you're here. Couple more breaths. One more. Softly, softly to your knees. Child's pose again. Back. The leg stretch. And then we have time to go back into that position one more time. We're going to do a leg lift and then a little rocking back and forth. This will be a more advanced Pilates exercise. So we're coming back into our planks again. And then first pick up your right leg, rock back with your left heel, rock forward, switch your leg, right leg down, left leg up, back with the right heel, forward, left leg down, right leg up, back with the left heel, get the calf stretch, come forward, switch your leg, left leg up, more, back, forward, and lower. Like that. Bring your feet underneath you, walk your hands in towards your heels. Dangle here for a second, you can bend your knees, hang your head low, ragdoll body. And then we're going to bend knees more, hands float up as you curl the tail under, press through your feet and stack your spine bottom to top. Come all the way up, and let the shoulders roll back and fall behind you naturally. And here we go, we're facing knee. And let's have the legs just about 4 to 5 inches apart and parallel. As we inhale, the arms lift up to the ceiling, look up to the little upper back extension. So the arms wide around and down, arms descend. Palms back, we lift the arms again. Rising as you inhale, exhale, circle out, around and down. More like that. Reach, look up, gaze goes to the horizon as you lower the arms, and then we reverse. Palms forward, sweep it out. Exhale, dive it forward. Palms forward, circle and around, rise. And exhale to lower slowly down. One more. Out around, lift. And then exhale down. Roll your shoulders, shake out your hips a little bit, shake your head, whatever you need to do. And then we're back to standing. We do a standing fold down. So look down your nose, tip your chin to your chest. Pull the weight of your head through your neck. Then your upper back, your mid back, your low back. We're going forward, bringing the hands only somewhere above the ankles, below the knees. You just go where you want to go. And then really hang here, ragdoll yourself from your hips. And then we do small circles here with the arms. They fold directly under the shoulders. You're looking between your knees. Just stay here long enough to not only stretch the muscles, but also the connective tissue. So without even thinking about it, your hands will gradually come closer and closer to the ground. And then we Stop the circling and reverse it. Easy circles here, small, like 2 pendulums, one each falling from the shoulder. Let the hip weight, stretch your neck and your upper back. And imagine a big tail of the kangaroos behind you, pulling weight down through your tailbone to the ground. The arms are quiet, they pause. You bend your knees, your feet spread, and then you push the ground down with your feet. You start to curl the tail under and stack your spine from the bottom to the top. You will be down at the ground until you're almost vertical, and then you bring your gaze forward, out into the vista in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. We're done for today. Thank you so much for being here. I wasn't sure I'd have